Hey everyone, this is Jamie, and welcome to episode 7 of the Distance Learning Reboot and Reflection. As I mentioned in other videos, I attended just this amazing session from Stanford's online high school, and their teachers shared so many ideas. It got me really inspired, so I wanted to share some ideas with you, but also some of my own reflections on the past 8 months. And first of all of you are doing such an amazing job. I just cannot restate that. You are giving so much to this effort, and I know how incredibly hard it is. So thank you. All right, today's episode isn't super long, but based on some feedback I got from the Tech Council kids, these are some things our students are really asking for to help make life a little bit better in terms of knowing what's due, what's going on. And so I think with these 5 kind of quick tips, your Google Classroom experience is going to be better for you and the students. Okay, so here are the 5 tips. Using topics to organize everything, adding dates to your assignments and posts. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the options for stream and how you can have classwork look or not look in that space. Talking about creating a resource section. And then the most important, I wish there was a way to kind of universally push this out to help everyone, but having your meeting link posted in the resource section. Okay, so let me show you these big ideas. So first, topics. So I'm going to go over to classwork. And you're going to notice that my classwork section is organized by date. And this, we've heard from the kids, and some of you are doing this, so thank you, is really, really helpful to them. And some of you are doing it kind of by like content and material, and that's okay too. So there's just a way to make it work by putting a date in the topic names. Okay, so you'll notice I have week of May 4th, week of April 27th, week of 13th, May 11th. May 11th, that's out of order. So let me move that up. So I'm going to click these 3 dots, and I want this to be more closely to the right date, right? So I'm going to move it right here. And then up here, I have distance learning materials. Well, I want this to be the very first thing because, that's weird, it won't move. I really want like my meeting link and kind of like the rules of engagement related to class to be the first thing here. So I really want to move this up. Oh, okay. So I was doing that on purpose. I know what the problem is. This one, this item, this post, this piece of classwork isn't categorized by topic. So I can't move anything above it. So you may notice if you have not been using topics yet, let me edit this. This little space is kind of bothering me. If you haven't been using topics yet, then you cannot move things up to be the first in the view here. You have to organize all those things. So if you click on the 3 dots and then you go to edit, and then you can go to topic, and you can either create a new topic or you can add to an existing topic and then hit save. So you may have to spend, to use this properly, you may have to spend a little time kind of organizing your materials. And if, let's say you have a ton up there and you don't want to categorize them all by date now because you just have too many, you could just create a general topic that says like first quarter, put everything in there, and then second quarter and move everything in. That'd be fine. Or you can just say, pre-fall break and move everything in there, whatever you want to do. But once you do have things sorted, you have the ability to move around these categories, which is super helpful for you and the kids to kind of keep track of everything. The other thing that I wanted to show you, so that's topics. And so if I were creating something new, I could create an assignment or any of these things. I can create a topic. I would go click on topic and I would say December. Let's say that's going to be my topic. And it's going to be way down here at the bottom. And again, I can move it by dragging. So you can decide, do you want your newest material at the top, which is kind of handy so you don't have to scroll for days. And then I can move this up, but I actually want it, there we go. I always want to have my meeting link at the top. Okay. All right. So that's topic. The other way that you can organize, and I've done this in my Google Classroom one, if I go to classwork, you can do it kind of like by this week here. I'm sorry. Let me go back. There's one other one that I've been playing with. This one here. Okay. So if I go to classwork, the other thing I was doing was adding the type of thing I'm asking the kids to do. So this was a quiz. So I put quiz right there and then the topic. This is a task. So something they're going to do. Here's a resource. And so that was a good way to do it. But one step further is editing the date, like putting the date right in there. So if I did 11/22, and hit save. If you have a lot going on in your Google Classroom and it might be kind of hard to add all those topics, this is an idea that you can start right now. Start putting the date right in the title, and that'll really help the students and you kind of know what's going on. So that's topics, that's dates. Again, this is a request from the students just because there's so much going on. They're juggling 6 Google Classrooms, so they want all of yours to be super important, and they're trying to do their best, but they have a lot of Google Classroom stuff that they're working through. So consider using topics and or dates to really help it stay organized. The one thing for you I wanted to make sure you guys knew about, and maybe you do, is you have this to review button. And when you click on that, you can quickly sort by class and kind of see kind of what needs to be done, which is pretty cool. So check that out. Check out your to review. So one of my Google Classrooms to see my students, I've assigned it to 46 and 42 and 35, 36 have turned things in, and I totally have a ton I have to grade. So I got to work on that. So just know that going to review gives you a really good view of everything. So I love that. Okay. Stream options. This is also critical for organization for your students. So if I go to my demo land classroom, you'll notice that I have a post here. I asked some questions. So you can see here kind of how everything is. Now I have options of how I want that to look. If I go to the gear, I can go to stream, and again, students can or can't post, so your choice. Students can post, or students can comment and post, or teachers only can do that. Then there's this one, classwork on stream. So if it's off, then the kids don't see new classwork is posted in stream. So there's nothing there. So that's what you saw in demo land. That was only me posting comments and like announcements. If I add show condensed notifications and hit save, let's go back and take a look. So now there's this Jamie Lee Lussatter posted a new material meeting link. That's all it says. If I click on it, it will take me into here. Let's go down. Okay, now here are all the posts and assignments, and these weren't there before, but notice it's just like it's a quick little snippet. So let's take a look at why that's happening. When I went to my classwork on stream, I picked show condensed notifications. Let's see what happens when I pick show attachments and details. You're going to see the clutter. Okay, now as a student, they see the same exact thing. I mean, they're not going to see this turned in part, but they're going to see all the details. So I recommend that you don't have it turned on for full view, because if you're posting questions in here, they're going to get lost. So my recommendation is you go to the gear and you change this to classwork on stream show condensed notifications, and just have it just in there so it's visible that something was added, but it's not taking up a lot of space. And talk to your students. They'll give you really clear feedback on what they like or don't like about how your Google Classroom is set up, and see if they have good ideas for you. That they are living this every day just like you. Okay, next one. Last 2 to go. So number 4, creating a resource section. So this I showed you a little bit, but let me go back. Under classwork, I have distance learning materials, and I have this distance learning FAQ. So everything you need to know, essentially syllabus about the class. And then I have the meeting link. This, if we could standardize, would be amazing, because when we're experiencing subs, sometimes they get added to your class as a co-host. Sometimes they don't. Sometimes they have your meeting link. Sometimes they don't. If you could just put it in here and the kids know that the first thing at the top of Google Classroom is your meeting link, then if they had to change it, like if the sub came in and we had to change this, they could add a new one right here so the kids can get to class. So that's my important tip, is kind of having your meeting link posted along with that resource section can be super helpful. So again, you can just call it materials, whatever you want, and then you have your resources and then your meeting link here. So that those are tips number 4 and 5. So just to recap, we went over using topics to kind of organize by week. You can move topics around when you click on the 3 dots. Adding a date to the beginning of your post really helps the students kind of know the timing and which posts are going to be important to them that day. I showed you how to turn classwork on or off inside the stream. So that really helps organize, and so kids know what to look for and what's important. And then lastly, we talked about creating that resource section and having your virtual meeting link always posted there. All right. That is it for episode 7. Thank you for all that you do, and see you for the last one.